Yay, I believe I am live. Let us just check in. Hello, 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 hello. I am super grateful to come on for most Fridays. We'll see how it works and discuss some things. So I'm just going to check in with my lovely Oracle deck since I am Oracle and see any support in content, for it is live, meaning that I will be working live with my spirit team. Okay. And if you are new to this channel, if you are new to my content, let me introduce myself. Hello and welcome. My name is Josi, and I, have been working with spirit, body, and earth for the majority of my life. This has definitely been my calling and has supported me, be it as, that second side hustle at times, or my full-time workings with you all, dependent on the trials and tribulations of my life and the places where I have traveled. For in the different places where I have been and have traveled on these planes, this plane of Earth, right? This physical, real plane that we all move through and discover, has many different cultures, many different groups of peoples, and different lands that carry different belief systems and understandings or acceptances of working with spirit, working with those that are unseen. And so I'm really excited about kind of what has been called forward since this equinox. And I'm here to share some more free education. I'm a bit of an original anarchist. That is one thing you can get to know about me. And I really do wish that a lot of these teachings of energy, of connection to ancestors, connection to spirit, angels, animals, all would have been part of a schooling system, right? Would have been part of our education from child to adult. And many have, I just want to share a deep honor to those who may be tuning in that have had some of those teachings passed down to you from your grandparents, be it from your parents, your culture, right? And certain traditions that are still living and that are still live. That is quite an honor. And yay to you being able to walk the many realms that us humans can, with hopefully more potential ease and trust in those connections than some of us may not have or may not have had because of our ancestral lineages or connections to the spiritual realms, the spirit realms, being stripped and taken from us from the wondrous shacklings of oppressive structures that we, still witness to this day. So if you are new, you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel or to share my work. The majority of my workings, since some people have some fears around spirit, since some people freak out about, whoa, Josi must be pretty darn witchy if they're able to see into many things, that much of my work is through word of mouth and referrals. So even though I am quite in the public eye for the past about 4 years, my team has asked me to step online with my work, especially since I do travel regularly, actually on these planes, like move to different places. That this is kind of the most public I've been, right? Is to share these videos. And as you see on my channel, there is many videos to explore, you're welcome to work backwards as much as you work forwards with my work. Know that oracle guidance, spirit guidance is quite timeless as well as out of time. So, meaning that when you are meant to receive it, you receive it. Simple as that. And since many of them are sharing kind of um, ancient truths, simple truths that again kind of have been translated in multiple ways through different waves of time, there's then this understanding and awareness that even if you're guided, and what I mean guided, if you feel or nudged, or get belly flips or little flip flops in your body, right? Our body is quite a live being, right? That has a lot of memory of our lifetimes and times on this realms and out of these realms. So if you get any kind of bodily sensations, even the ones that might feel kind of a little bit, ugh, just know that dependent on your courage level and at present, right, you're able then to listen, to that nudge, that gentle, loving nudge, or that big push to go, hey, take a look at this. Take a look at this. And so you'll see it's neat. As you kind of see with live, it will sound like I'm kind of just riffing. And it is because I have my eye protected already. I have lit candle. I have connected and set sacred ground already for these fireside chats. These chats with the flame of my heart, the light of my being, as well as the sacred flame of hearth of the earth itself, as well as the cosmic flame and the access of sun, star, planet, moon, and the many larger beings and systems that support our traverses and our travels through the many things that are of body, earth, and space. So I thank you. I thank you for coming across my work. I welcome your soul. I welcome your spirit. I welcome you in your entirety. I honor you in your human culpability and in the dichotomy, the splits of the many aspects of the human experience. I welcome your shadows. I welcome your shit, as well as all that may have been defined as light and joy and love. Ha. And in my work with spirit, you will see in connection with me, be it that we are connecting live on these more collective public experiences, or that you may be connecting with me for private work. Okay. My private work ranges in you stepping in to ask specific questions about your own life, your own trials and difficulties, uncertainties, all of it, all asks are welcome. And then you will step in. I may support you even in clarifying some of the asks, because the importance of a question, a wondrous query, to be clear and defined, you can get then some really helpful response from all that has been blanketed or umbrellaed in the term spirit. That may be within that large term, ancestor, ancient, angel, animal, element, and some more. Dependent on whom you walk with, whom you work with, and your wondrous, unique mix that is you, your body, your spirit, your soul, your stories through many times, many lines of ages, your wondrous and ancient blood and bone mix. So, be it that you are connecting with me in this way, or in more private workings, where you ask Spirit things to support you and your life. Be it that you step in to travel under my guidance, for I am quite an experienced cosmic traveler of many realms, of many etheric places and spaces. Or be it that you so choose to consult with me and to step into further mentoring agreements where I can support you potentially moving through some of your own fears and discontent around connection with spirit, maybe accessing more of your forgotten lines, gifts, and the things that you carry within you, to learn of whom you walk with, to learn how to translate what they wish to share with you, and then to gently, of course, apply it to your life now. Be it however and whoever we connect with, whatever time it is. I welcome you, and you can know and see that there is no split. I have worked long enough with my team, with my council of trusted spiritual guides, protectors, guardians, and those of most divine, as well as those that have been defined through the ages as ascended teachers, masters, etc., etc. That at times, unless you might hear my voice shift, right? Unless I fully allow them to step in front of me and completely channel their sound through me, there will be no kind of understanding of whom is talking now, because I have allowed us to talk, speak, teach, and work together. I have consented to that over moving through multiple decades of first not even trusting the freak out of their voices, right? Not even being the most skeptical of students, being the most fearful, because I was also very quite aware from the dream state and to just naturally sensing the energetic states of people that move and walk around, of the multiple ways that people have really messed with the magical arts or the connections with spirit, people who have invoked potentially spirits that do not support life, that have connected to entities and aspects of different things that don't necessarily need to be named, that aren't here to assist. And a lot of times that is occurring simply because there is a not knowing, right? There is a desperation or a desire to know, to connect without the culpability or the humility to move through some of the shadows or fears that may be blocking or binding or limiting you from actually connecting to your own spiritual counsel and guides. So what occurs is that in this energy of fear, in this energy of discontent, or in this energy of anxious need, right? This anxious need. Isn't this wild that that's kind of like what capitalism gives us, or this constant scrolling, or like the intensity of a lot of times the social media, which there's beauty to it too, right? Don't ever think that when I'm talking about something in their shadows, that there isn't also something good about it, right? That is the polarity of life. That is the dichotomy of the human experience, is that there is both. But in that type of energy, of anxiety, of major intense, like, I need, because I am so desperate. The desperation of connection has led to many trying to speed up the process, which brings in and welcomes in those that will not support that, will not support your life, will not support um, the things that, all the things that you want, that will actually support more, let's say, splits of your mind and body, which can be very harmful. Consumption of your energy, which doesn't feel good and can leave you quite drained and ill. And can, over time, whatever occurs on an energetic or subtle plane, an etheric plane, over time then moves into the most gross, most physical and formed plane, right, of experience. So at time, those kind of things of just feeling energetically drained, or constantly unhappy, or lacking, or fearful, or enraged, or filled with immense power and connection, just like a wild cartoon character, can over time really create some discontent in the physical body, hence much dis-ease and disharmony. So, thank you, Spirit. Whoa, for bringing this up right at the beginning. You'll see the beauty that I like of YouTube. I'm a little bit on Instagram, more so just to kind of share with you that I'm here. And but what I love about YouTube is that it gives you more agency and how you choose to receive things, right? Because all energetic transmissions, all energetic education, all education that is contained with spirit is protected, because some might listen to this and not even receive it, right? So sound, how I share the majority of my workings is through sound. That is one of my gifts, is to be able to share the energy of spirit, of the council and of the guardians that I work with through the translation of what is coming through. I've had to learn many languages on top of English in order for that to occur, just for even me then to sensate some, especially of the ones that more and of most divine. And so trust that each word that comes out of my mouth, I do my best to ensure the wellness. They're almost kind of sharing like the well-being of the translation. So the things that might be shared in these videos carry energy, pack a punch. And so the joy that I like about YouTube is that you can pause it. You can come back, right? And your spot's saved. You don't have to feel like you have to sit and take everything always in one sitting. So kudos to those who step in live and at times may choose to step out, right? And care for self, or care for body, or care for family, or care for house, right? We're here to live. We're here to live, and hopefully with more joy and more peace, more clarity and peace of mind, more trust in yourself, more trust in your capacity to shift things that don't feel right, that to create certain affirmed boundaries in space, so that you can feel that you have space to be and to breathe. Simple things, yeah, but quite radical as well. I also share some things on SoundCloud. And the SoundCloud ones are more so when you do not need to even see my face. When you are, they're simply sharing that you are just meant to kind of listen to the voice. because that they are more channeled directly. And some are very specific responses to questions for the collective or for humanity, right? They're kind of more general public queries to be listened to all whom receive. So I will always share under these videos a link tree of different ways of accessing connection to me, my private workings, if you so choose to step in, to, of course, this page, this channel, where you get to meet me and connect with me and my counsel. And SoundCloud, as well as additional ways of supporting and maintaining our earth, its waters, its lands. Additional connections to other community members, to other teachers of energy and spirit that I know some of you may enjoy. So that is what is on there. All right. Where were we? Yes. The desperation and the need to connect, the desire to connect that may supplicate or almost like step above the desire to move through the shadows or the shit that is actually just limiting your connection, inhibiting your connection from happening. The fears, the guilt, the shame, all of it that may have been supported from different upbringings in religion, different family experiences, different childhood experiences, different teenage experiences, like different life experiences. There's so many different things that could have supported you in not trusting or even in fearing things that share the term spirit, those not in form, those formless. So what I wish to first share is some protocol, because we are in energetic times. We are in times that consciousness on a whole is naturally kind of expanding. And what that means, kind of like in layman's terms, is that so many have kind of tapped back in and started to remember or have been doing incredibly beautiful practices of breath, meditation, clearing their mind, clearing their body, doing all these things to heal from the systems or the consternations or the mental implications that we are supreme, we are the only ones, right? This type of supremacist consciousness that has been permeated from also patriarchal systems, from and even systems prior to that, from colonial systems, even from systems prior to that, right? Just know that these doubts, these splits, and these denial of connection, this denial of connection has been a ongoing process. Oh, there's my little spirit supporter. Welcome, Paco. Some of you sometimes don't meet him. Ah, he loves when I chat energy. So there he is. So it's important then to at least know some ways of maintaining your safety and starting to lessen some of the fear around connection with spirit. And one of the main things is to know the power of your voice, as I kind of shared that I've been, even in these transmissions, even in these conversations with you, with fire, with all, is that what you call in energetic or emotional discontent or disharmony, or in the flux of right? Like with things that have kept you off balance or out of balance, um, may not be supportive for your balance. So the first thing that they're really guiding me to share, which is kind of cool, is to know that when you connect, just like, let's say, if you were having a good conversation with a friend and you decided to pick up your phone and give them a call and say, like, hey, darling, how are you? Right? You're not going to call them when you're like in the midst of angst or despair. You're not going to want to engage. You're not going to want to engage in a loving conversation, right? Between maybe family members or between that when you were in with major like belly cramps and feeling unwell. So in those moments of despair, call upon your guardians of your soul. Call upon the protectors, the angels, okay? Call upon those big uns just to help you through those moments of angst and difficulty. Call upon those divine that you so trust and fully have faith in, fully believe in, not ones that will bring up shadow and shit. When you are out of whack, call in the big ones. And then when you have grounded, cared for yourself, rested, eaten a food, you see, like, what do? Go for a walk, connect in nature, the simple things. When you've gone through the simple things of caring for your body, for your house, for your home, maybe you've done some meditation. You'll see that there's multiple meditation practices on this site. Okay? And there always will be, because that is one of the most easiest practices. A simple practice. And you'll see some of them are like 10 minutes, 15 minutes long, 8 minutes. They're sharing, even there's a couple. Right? It doesn't have to be a long practice to find your breath, to find a way of honoring all that you are now in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the fluxes. Okay? And if short practices aren't supporting you to come into some type of equilibrium or finding your center point, just finding your center point so that you can stand upright, kind of thing, right? Think of it as like an axis. If you're like veering and going, oh my gosh, life is going crazy, right? Call upon the big uns to help you through that despair. And then discover, what can you do? What can you do to bring yourself back into some way of standing upright or sitting upright? Some way to allow your flame, right? The spark that is you, to feel that it has some connection to what is below it. All right? Some of you may not have the joy of having nature really close by. Stick your hands in dirt. Get yourself like a bowl of like gardeners or planters dirt and get a pot of dirt. It doesn't even have to be a plant, right? Just to connect to something really simple. Food. Living food. Living food meaning vegetables or root vegetables. Things that have been grown from the earth, right? That can be really easily to support your harmonic equilibrium as well. And then when you feel a bit more rested, feel that you can breathe, right? That's when you want to pick up the phone and be like, hey, how's it going? Hey, I want to share stuff. Yay. I'm curious about this. I have a question. Wanted to know if you could support me in figuring that out. Giving me some food for thought. Giving me something to munch on, to chew on. And that is the type of idea that they're kind of inviting, is that Spirit's like, when then you are so ready, know that you have counsel. So you don't always have to feel dependent on the actual human friends, right? This is like a larger friend group that is there to access when you are so ready and willing and capable of calling them in. Okay. And know that all, if ever any spirit that you connect to in any way feels commanding or feels that they are bringing up something like they are better than you or they're telling you what to do and they're not honoring your free will, tell them to go F off. Bye-bye. That is not someone or something or anything that you should be connecting to. Exit out. Okay? Get used to saying also no. And know that all spirit, okay, that is there to support your walk is honoring of your consent and your free will, which means your right to choose to say yes or no. Okay. Divine timing will be another topic because I know that some of you might be questioning, but what about things that are fated? What about things that are destined? Well, we can talk about that another time, right? I'm here for about an hour, let's say, for these free educations. And I for any questions that come up from these chats, I welcome and any additional questions, comments, or queries in the comments below, right? Just share what arises, and I can always sit with counsel and see what am I willing to share freely, right? That can be accessible to all, because the practices that are on YouTube have to be like, I'm trying to maintain something that is accessible for all those who would have access to listen, right? And if there's something that might be requiring something more private, I will share so. Simple. I'll respond. So that is a little bit about engage in the comments. These are discussions. Okay. Be it in the live chat. At times, I will try at times to like look over here and look over there and look up there and all this type of stuff. But know that at times, if you don't feel I'm responding to a question or query live right away, trust that when I am nudged to look this way or that way to read the things on the screen, that that is when they're meant to come in. And sometimes with working with spirit, you'll find that in what I share, they'll naturally, the things that you're questioning or querying might be already answered too. And that's not because I'm reading your mind specifically, but because spirit is quite all encompassing. And they will connect to any kind of queries or comments or connections from all those and whom connect to this, be it live or be it on replay. This is kind of the cool thing of things being out of time. Okay. So, in that knowing that they honor your free will and they require consent in order to help you, in order to, any. That means that if any are trying to coerce or persuade you into connection, you can ask them, you can interview them. Are you of light? If they don't answer that, tell them to get the fuck out. Are you of ancestor? You can ask them. Be like, what is your name? You can take your time with new communications. And if they're asking for anything in exchange, question that. And you can simply say, I ask you to leave. now. You are not welcome in my energetic space, my body, my spirit, my soul. I ask you to leave now. I rescind. Rescind is a very strong word that it was gifted first from a very divine teacher. It means a lot of things. I rescind all access to my energy now. Okay? I won't even say most. All counsel will not ask for things in exchange. So if they're going, I will give you this, and you just need to give me this, question what you have been asking for, under what intention, and why you are receiving connection with some tricksters or with some that have malintent from different planes. I, since have been working with spirit since a very young age, and remember, have worked with spirit for many lifetimes. I don't let those little messers in. But I realized that in first speaking of energetic boundaries, consent, and spirit contact, which is what has been asked for this first educational chat, is to really affirm, ascertain, and make sure that all knowing forwards is that if there is any going, I will exchange this for your life. I will exchange this for your energy. I will exchange this for anything. Get out of capitalism. Working with spirit is not transactional. Okay? Working with spirit is not transactional. It is not quid pro quo. Hence why when you work with me, I might teach you that in our relation, since there's energy exchange, right? Because my work, of course, is what I do for a living. So it supports me living and breathing and feeding myself and clothing myself and all of that stuff, right? But so there's almost this weird thing because there's still this need to realize that our relations, that energy exchange, right, is not transactional because we are working with spirit. And spirit teaches of reciprocal relations. And there's much to learn of that. Much. So get comfortable in saying no, get out. If you have maybe called the wrong number, right? Simple thing. It's like if you get a telemarketer on the other line and or the number, isn't, you're like, I don't know this number, and you answer and you're like, hello? And they're like, I want to give you this and all this, and you've won this prize and da 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 da, and all you need to do is give me all these things, right? You'd be like, no thanks. Right? Do the same thing with those whom you choose to, or try to, or attempt to, or call out to in the ethers and of the spirit realms. Because there are many, many different realms. Well, I won't even say, sorry, trying to, let me correct that. Many different veils of the realms of those that are formless of life. Many different veils, many different illusions. Okay. And so hence why, if you are not working with a teacher of these realms, it is important to know these things first and foremost, is that not all that are not informed, that can make you feel good, right? That can make you feel like tingles and sensations and sparkles and all the magic, are necessarily of the etheric realms, are necessarily of that umbrella term, okay? Because of human fears that over time and over many lifetimes and eons, there has been many things created, okay? Many veils, many elusive and illusory places and spaces and points of access. So think of the call. Bye-bye. See you later. So then that then allows you to know that if those that you do connect to, be clear in whom you're calling in. Ancestors most loving, ancestors or those of my bloodlines that are healing or medicine practitioners, those that can support me on this plight for not only my life, but for my life and all life on this earth. Do you see? You can kind of expand the query to ensure that you won't be kind of accessing some of the more manipulative realms or transactional realms. Again, it's like a correction. It's not even realms. It is veils. Okay. Who you call. Name them. And then you will get clearer guidance and support. Some at times might just be like, I'm open to anything, right? And then they get anything. They get connections to like anything, which isn't very helpful, which can lead to more confusion, right? And I think there's not even more confusion, but just like slowing down of the process of clarity, slowing down of your pace of life. It can lead you to just more running in circles or moving in circles. And moving in circles literally almost like it energetically feels like moving in circles in the dark. It's like I'm moving, but I don't even know that if it's a full circle. I don't know what I'm bumping into or anything. So know that the boundaries that you might read about on these planes with humans are to be practiced in loving clarity and strength of firm voice, knowing that you, the one in body, is the one that can share yes, no, giddy up, move, move, move. This is my soul, my spirit. Yeah. I'm seeing if there's anything else that I'm feeling quite content in this kind of first education on that. And there's less of kind of an intensity of transmission at this point, which knows I might be coming to a close. And it looks like so, because I'm not even looking at the clock. And thank you, Live, for actually having a little clock going there. I just actually realized it. Because then it's like, yeah, okay, it may be time to start to wind down. Why do we connect to spirit? Well, why do we connect to humans? Why do we connect to animals? Why do we connect to nature? Why do we connect to plants? Why do we connect to earth? Why do we connect to water, right? It's like connection. We as humans are beings that expand energetically, can travel many planes of consciousness, right? In this wondrous thing called our conscious state that we worked on, our present state of consciousness. And we enjoy growth, just like your plant. We enjoy extending and communicating. We have hands, right? Just think of like we enjoy holding hands. We enjoy touching something, right? And feeling the texture of it. We are sensory beings. And so why then do we connect to things out of form? Because they support all that is in form. They are the things unseen that move with us, that breathe with us, that expand with us, that help us, that aid us, that guide us, that love us. So they're here to help you heal maybe some of the things that you think are too big to heal on your own or even in linear time. They're here to help you most definitely see what you can shift, what you can shift in your actual kind of like soil, or I'm kind of, like, again, like that potter's mix, right? Thinking of like that potter's mix that's been, allocated and put in this wondrous mix of like minerals and nutrients and soil and this and that and this that has been showcased that just will allow plants to root deep and grow and flower. Okay. So it's like they are supporting us on that type of those etheric planes to really assist in sorting out that the most wondrous fertile mix of your being, to support all that you dream, all that you desire, all that you wish, in this lifetime and many more forwards, for even the generations that you bring into this planet, or for the people that you support, or for the earth that you support, right? All the things that we support in our movements on this plane. They are here with us. That's why they walk with us, because they realize that each step we take on this plane, each breath, each movement is shifting something on this plane, is creating either further ripples of discontent, or potential support in mending and repairing and caring and cultivating for these many breathing, living things, be it from as large as an ocean to as small as a little animal or a tiny little seed. Be that seed of human, plant, or So they are here to help us with the things that may not have to be done on the gross planes, right? On the walking planes. The things that can be done in different speeds and different ways of movement. So a simple connection they're sharing to support you post-Equinox is to start protecting your dream state, the places where you travel even when you feel asleep. Because you might be already quite alert in your awakened state, and even some of you in your semi-conscious state. And dependent upon your practices of body, breath, and movement, and mind practices, presence practices to allow more of you to be present and aware, right? That's literally the definition of conscious, right? It's just being aware of things without having to be so aware from like, to the level of freak out. So as you practice those multiple practices that you have in your life, or that you're so nudged to support of your body and your mental and emotional care, you can light candle, one of those that burns for a really long time, right? And doesn't like topple over, so you don't have to be worried about the candle. And welcome in those big ones to support the vicinity of your home, your room, your body while you sleep. and to assist you in your dream state, be it with whatever intention or ask you have. Be it to heal some of the bigger shadows or the bigger shit that's on that list, right? Of things to kind of like, I know it's there, but I don't know. I'm not ready for that one. Ask them to help you. And if lighting candle or is brings up too much fear, because fire can be quite intense, right? Then to have a bowl of water by your bedside. And to add in whatever plant or kind of herb that you receive in your mind, receive in your heart, receive in your body. Like, yeah, it's gonna be this. And just let that be in that bowl of water. And connect to the energy of water, fire, before you rest. And ask for the support of the elements themselves. Those great ancients, those great ancestors of us all. To support you in your dream states, so that you can clear some of the things that may be inhibiting your ability to dream, to wish, to see potentials that may be outside of like the linear figuring it out, the planned mind. And then to give gratitude to the moon. Give gratitude to the earth, the stars, these many large ancient elders, the trees. You're all connecting with them, yeah? That spirit contact. And welcome them to reside with you on the plane that your body rests, and to support you in your travels in dream state, and where your spirit and where your soul may go. And with that, bringing hands to body, I bring them to my heart, for I am feeling the flame of the heart, of my hearth, that I have maintained and kept lit, even amidst all the caca and the attempts and the intents that tried to snuff it out. So deep breaths. I share from the flames within and the connection to the flames below, to the flames above, that may light even the most challenging and darkest of ways. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. May you breathe, may you be. Deep bows to you. deep honor in love and care of our earth and our bodies and life itself. Thank you. Take care.